Now back to Inside West Virginia Politics with Mark Curtis.
Welcome back to Inside West Virginia Politics. With the recent passing of vertical integration, another move for the Medical Cannabis Act, we brought in Rusty Williams, patient advocate for the West Virginia Cannabis Advisory Board. Thank you so much for being here, Rusty.
Thanks for having me.
And let's just start out with the biggest news. You have a big announcement for us today.
Yes, you know, I've been involved in trying to get medical cannabis passed here for the last half a decade, and after spending more than a half a decade at the legislature learning the process, I've decided to throw my hat in the ring and run for a seat in the House in the 35th District. So yeah, that's the news.
Very exciting news. Let's go ahead and take this time to tell the voters out there why you. Why should they vote for you in the 35th District? Well,
like I say, I've spent a lot of time up there and I've learned the process, and I've made a lot of relationships up there with people on both sides of the aisle. You know, cannabis is a bipartisan issue. You know, Cancer never asked me if I was Republican or Democrat when it showed up, and you know, I think that this is an issue that it allowed me to make connections that, you know, the average person probably isn't just going to show up and make. You know, these relationships take time to build, and I think that, you know, in the time I've spent at the legislature, it's really going to help as far as working with the other side and getting things done.
And what are your thoughts on the current state of the medical marijuana industry here in West Virginia?
I'm very frustrated with the current state. You know, the vertical integration bill passed, but the way our program is set up, we modeled it after Pennsylvania's, and Pennsylvania's, a lot of the products are so expensive that people without the means, they can't access medicine. To me, without a home grow provision, it's not correct. So until we get that done and get patients, you know, without the financial means to go into the dispensaries and pay out of pocket, the ability to grow their own, the program is not right.
So still work to be done, obviously, in the medical marijuana front, but other issues facing the state as well. One of the biggest ones right now, education reform. What is your stance on education reform with that special session coming up? I'm
a little concerned that they're not. I feel like our lawmakers aren't listening to the teachers. You know, polling data shows that 88% of the state population is against charter schools. So, you know, trying to rush things through in one day, pushing charter schools is the wrong way to go. I think that, you know, when it comes to education reform, we need to listen to the teachers. We need to listen to the people who are in the classrooms every day and, you know, take everything they say into account, good and bad, and, you know, and apply it accordingly.
Obviously, everyone knows you from being an advocate for patients, for medical marijuana, but that's not the only issue that brought you to this point of running for the 35th District. Tell me a little bit about some of the other issues that you feel passionate about. Well,
you know, cannabis, I do feel like it affects a lot of the issues that I am passionate about. You know, like with teachers, when they went on strike, you know, they went on strike for health care. You know, it was the PEIA funding that they're looking for, and with decriminalizing cannabis, you know, we have the funds already without taxing a single citizen. You know, those funds are there. So that was that's an issue that I really care about. But also Amendment 1 last year, you know, that really bothered me. I feel like women's rights are being attacked all over the country, and to me, it's unacceptable. We need men to stand up and fight for our women. So.
Did you have a moment over the past maybe few weeks or few months that you decided, instead of just being at the Capitol advocating for these things, you wanted to be inside with a seat and a vote?
Yeah, you know, really what prompted, you know, what made me go down to the Secretary of State's office and file the pre-candidacy paperwork. It's frustrating to me as a patient and as a patient advocate to have spent half a decade up there pushing, you know, medical cannabis policies, and some of the delegates and senators who have been there since Mike Minniepenny introduced the first bill, they're no better educated on the issue of cannabis today than they were in 2012. To me, that's a problem. You know, it's an issue that it's been in the forefront, not just here in West Virginia, but it's been all over the country. It's a major issue right now, and it bothers me that our lawmakers aren't doing the necessary homework. So I figured if they're not going to do it, then I will.
Less than 30 seconds left. Final chance. Give us your spiel that you're going to be giving out until 2020 of why people should vote for you.
Well, I think people should vote for me because I'm a listener. You know, I don't want to go up there and represent myself. You know, I want to represent the people of the 35th District. I want people to reach out to me with their concerns. I want to sit and listen. You know, I'm not about going and talking to the voters. I want to go listen to the voters and see what they have to say. And, you know, like I said earlier, with learning the process and knowing and forging relationships with the players, I think I'm pretty well suited to go in and make some actual real change.
Rusty Williams, candidate for the 35th District, officially now. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much for watching Inside West Virginia Politics this week. You can find the podcast wherever you get your podcast. Join us next week.